And we got invited to the tea party, and all these dignitaries were walking and showing their passes, and as I walked in, he said, "Oh, Brian, you know where to go." So I just walked upstairs. They told me there were going to be 30 people there, there were 300. Now you ladies, you say you can't wear bias cut clothes. Well, this is a little bias cut. I have to say I don't dress my ladies like this. This is all cut on the cross, it's bias cut. And ladies say to me, "Oh, I can't wear bias cut clothes because they cling." The reason they cling is because you ladies buy the wrong size. If you didn't let pride get in the way and you bought a size 12 instead of a size 10, it'd probably fit you. This is all cut on the cross, and you can see it doesn't cling anywhere, does it? I know it's only a model, but if any lady put this on that was this size, it wouldn't cling. Very, very simple, but what I want you to look at when I pass around, I bind all these and then I do it all by hand. I've stopped putting waistbands on skirts because the women say to me when they sit down it digs in. So if you look at the waistbands, they've now got just piping around the top, and I pipe everything in satin. It is better, so they tell me. And I line everything with satin because they tell me it's sexy next to the skin. You haven't tried it, but it is or not. I like to, when I finish the things off, I like to just add little details like piping around the neck and, well, you'll see when you look at this one. It's getting more and more difficult now to buy lovely fabrics because all the fabric outlets have all gone. Because the wholesalers tell me people don't make clothes anymore. It's just as easy to buy cheap things off a peg and throw them away. So most of the fabrics now are imported from the Far East, and the shops don't have them. I expect you had shops around this area, didn't you? They've all gone now. So I have probably just 3 places in London I go to. One is Joel, where the Queen shops, so you can imagine the prices there. I went up there one day with a client, and it was all shuttered up, and there's a market outside the shop, and I said to one of the stall holders, "What's happened to Joel's today?" He said, "Oh, they were open early, they've only just recently put the shutters down." So I went into a phone box. He said, "What do you want to do is get in a phone box and go and ask them what they're playing at." So I rang them and they said, "Oh, we're stock taking." But when I went back in the afternoon with this client, I said what was happening, they said, "Oh, we had the Sultana of Brunei in here this morning. If you're in the shop when she comes in, you can stay in, but we have to shut the shop because she has all these fabrics out, millions of pounds worth, and she buys it all. Well, probably it's like £1 million worth, probably like £500 to us, isn't it?" And I lost out again, so I could have given her a card, couldn't I? Anyway, this is just a very simple little mix and match dressing jacket, black and white spot and white and black. And what I've done is I've just put different revers, the black and white on the revers, and I've piped it all in the white and the same around the neck. But I just want you to have a look at the piping. Even when I make anything that's all sealed up like this jacket, every seam is overlocked. If you ladies look inside your skirts and tops and then they're lined, I bet not any of the seams are lined, overlocked, are they? I'm not going to come and have a look at you.
No,
I've also got a thing about matching
overlock
stripes.
is when it's overlocked.
And the men in the audience, have
Not
a look
many
at
of the women
shoulders
have
to see if the
overlocking on.
stripes
They
match
don't do
your
overlocking
shoulders.
these days, of course you don't.
I gave this talk a few weeks ago, and I said to the ladies, when you walk through Debenhams, have a look at the men's suits on the racks, because none of the stripes match. And I can tell you in an instant, My youngest son, when he left university and he went to bar school because both my sons became barristers, he said to me, "Dad, I want a suit made in Savile Row." I said, "Why?" He said, "Because I just do." So I said, "Well, I can make you." And he said, "No, I want a proper suit." Well, I've never forgotten that. And he had this striped suit made, this pinstripe suit made, and he was so proud. He picked it up and he said to me, "What do you think, Dad?" I said, "Well, put it on and I'll have a look." And he put it on. It fitted him really well. And I said, "But, yeah, just look at the shoulders." He said, "What's the matter with the shoulders?" I said, "Well, do the stripes match?" He said, "Well, do they have to?" Well, this suit from Savile Row was £3,500 and not one stripe match on the shoulder. But I've got this thing about stripes. He said, they all have to match, all the pocket stripes, everything. So that's why I said, you men, look at your jackets. Not one of them. Although I have to say, Collins there match quite well.
Smatter that for you.
Actually, you say that about Mastodon, they're really good.
My husband thinks so.
Well, for matching stripes, they are really, really good. I like to also do different things with, I mean, this has got just a little fantail pleat in the back, this skirt. This is not permanently pleated, this is all made by me, they're all stitched in. I'll show you another skirt in a minute with a long one. This is just a very simple dress. Lots of little panels all the way around. I don't know whether you ladies have noticed, but I double dart things in the front. And that actually gives you a waistline. It doesn't make you, doesn't cling to you, it just gives you a waistline. Now I've told you a secret, haven't I? These are all things I've found out over the years and I've worked out for myself. Very, very simple little jacket. I just put velvet insets in there. And what I've done with the buttons, I put velvet centered to the buttons as well. Make all the buttons as well. What, that's a stripper? Talking about me walking earlier, I didn't know I was going to have to keep walking a marathon every time I came up here to put these on the model.